One of the most overlooked maintenance on generators is checking the valve lash. You have to remove the valve cover once the engine is cold. Pull out your spark plug. Make sure you are on a compression stroke, and you could do that by pulling the cord here. Or putting your thumb over the spark plug hole with the spark plug removed and feeling when it pushes out a lot of pressure, you know you are on the compression stroke. And you get it to top dead center. You could put something in there and keep pulling the cord slowly until it goes up all the way, and then it comes just a hair down. Then you know you are at top dead center. Then you just use your feeler gauge, check the valve lash. And of course, you have to change the oil in these things. First oil change on most of them is after 30 hours of use. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling it until I feel resistance, which is right now I feel resistance. So I'm going to remove the spark plug. Very impressed with the spark plug that's in this generator. It's like one of those Diamond Fire E3 spark plug type of plugs. I was going to check the gap, but this one, it's like a side gap almost. I don't even think you check the gap on these, to be honest. I'm just going to try to read it, take some pictures. Another way to know that you are at top dead center is your valves will be both at the highest position, which means they are closed. So this is the maximum tolerance for this model, for this engine. 0.25 millimeters. Now the engine is a bit warm still, so I'm going to let it cool off some more. On this side, it feels very nice and tight, which that's good. I can't wiggle it in and out easily. I got to really use some force to get it in there. And then on the other side, it is a bit more loose. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up a little bit. I'm glad I checked it, because most people won't check this, and this could cost you catastrophic failure. I've seen valve push rods, bend and the rocker arm break because of this. I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting it in there with one hand, but once it's in there, you see, it goes in and out very easily, unlike the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten that just a little bit until it's nice and tight, like the other side. A lot of people don't know this. When you get a generator, maybe you've never had a generator before, and it's not a two-stroke. Look in your owner's manual. The first oil change has to be done on most of them at about 30 hours. After 30 hours, you drain the oil, put some new oil in there. Then from there, your next oil change is going to be at 100 hours. And every 100 hours after that. And then at 200 hours, you check and clean your air filter. Check and clean the air filter at 200 hours. At least for this model, that's what it calls for. Then, also at 50 hours. At 50 hours, you remove the valve cover and check your valve lash with the feeler gauge. A lot of people don't do that. They can loosen up. Mine did loosen up just a little bit, so I did tighten it down. And then you have your spark arrestor. You clean every 100 hours to prevent engine damage. This is a spark arrestor. You use a wire brush to clean it off. This one was pretty clean. Phillips head screws hold it in there. Then you got this little screen here that goes over this. Clean both of these every 100 hours. This unit tells you to change the oil. It's right at 100 hours. I saw one person didn't change the oil. And within like 2 days, they probably ran it like 40, 50 hours maybe. Their engine was having problems already. And eventually, it didn't make it even a week. The engine messed up. When I changed this oil, I did see a lot of small glitter metal shavings in there. Hopefully, that's just normal wear and break-in process, like older engines.